Good morning, welcome back to my channel. I am just making some oatmeal, or Elijah actually has been making the oatmeal for the kids, and I have to serve it, but we've...
The only thing I can't do is serving it, so...
Yeah, I usually serve it, but there was way too much water added, so we've been like waiting and waiting and waiting for this oatmeal to be ready. It's taken forever, but it's ready to get... Okay, tell me the story.
I put it on, I put the lid on. I let it sit. I went over, I wasn't paying attention. I came back, it was steaming, and it looked like it had less water in it. First time, so I put some more water in it, but I guess it was too much.
Okay, it must have been.
So I poured in like another cup.
Of water? Okay, yeah. So that's why, that's fine. It's not gonna hurt it, but I did drain some water and it's just taking a while. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the oatmeal in the bowl. So can you pass the bowls over to me? Be careful, the oatmeal is very hot. So we have apple juice and orange juice with our breakfast. Also, we have some very ripe bananas that need to be eaten up. So you guys can either just eat half of a banana. You did. Good job. Or if you want to, you can put a banana into your oatmeal, okay? Good morning. I am just starting the day with my breakfast, my regular smoothie. I didn't take the time to film myself making this smoothie because I have done that so many times. You guys have seen this process over and over again, but I did make myself this smoothie with almond milk, cottage cheese, frozen strawberries, my new vanilla protein powder, and then I also put a scoop of collagen in there. My new protein powder, it is the Creed brand whey protein isolate, makes my smoothie so creamy, like the creamiest my smoothie has ever been. The flavor is good, but I'm loving the texture of my smoothie as well. Kids are going outside to play in the snow, so you're hearing lots of noise. We got some fresh snow here. It's beautiful outside, and so I said, you know what, let's start our school day with just go outside, play in the snow for as long as you want. When you come in, we will start school. Now I am on to my first coffee of the day. I had to warm it up on the stovetop for a little bit, so it is piping hot. It should stay hot for a while. This Yeti is great. I haven't put the lid on yet, but when I put the lid on, it will stay hot for a long time. I left my lid off so that it can just cool down a little bit because it's too hot. I don't usually get a chance to just sit and drink a coffee. I'm usually like on the go and kind of like drinking it a little bit at a time. So I love this Yeti mug for keeping my coffee hot. It's been a really nice, slow, quiet morning, very slow paced. It is time for lunch now. It's about 11:30, so I'm just gonna make sandwiches for lunch, but I also have okay, first of all, let me just turn this around and you can see. So I've got everything set up for lunch. We're doing ham and cheese sandwiches, gonna get some lettuce and tomatoes and raw veggies in there, but I have all of these bananas that really need to be used up. So I'm going to get lunch made, but I'm also going to make some banana bread. I'm gonna try to do both of these things at the same time. We'll see how that goes. The kids are all pretty independent right now, so I'm going to try to knock both those things out. You guys probably already know this, but a potato masher works so well for mashing up your bananas. And yes, I find really ripe bananas so gross. Even just like this job, blech. I had 6 bananas left in my fruit basket, so I am just using all of them. It's going to be a double batch, so it will make 2 loaves. Now I'm mixing in some melted butter, some baking soda, and then this recipe just calls for a pinch of salt, so I'll give it a couple of pinches since I'm doubling it. I'm adding 2 eggs. Yes, Wesley, it can be for dessert. We might have this for afternoon snack, okay? Got an eggshell in there. Now I'm gonna add sugar. I used the lesser amount of sugar. This recipe doesn't call for chocolate chips, but I am definitely adding chocolate chips. Now I need some vanilla. I needed 3 cups of flour, so I did 2 cups of white flour and 1 cup of whole wheat. And now I've just got a heaping cup of chocolate chips. I am going to stir that in and then put this into my pans, into the oven. And I've got some hungry kids here who need some lunch. So here's what we've got for lunch. I often will just make sandwiches for the kids, but today I thought I'll just set it out. They can just take as much as they're hungry for. I do have mustard here. Most of the kids like mustard. I think it's just the younger two that don't. So we have salami, ham, cheese, tomato, lettuce. Oh, I should have done onions. I might slice up an onion for myself because I love onions on sandwiches. The kids just have this bread. It's just like a whole wheat Dempster's bread. My bread here, I'm just using the rest of my loaf. So I just have this empty bag I wanted to show you, but I really like this bread, the Stone Mill naturally fermented bread. So that is lunch. Well, Mr. Tiger, what are you doing? Snacking on veggies. Yes, we're all hungry. Okay, so we're gonna get the table set. The kids will also drink milk for lunch. I will just drink water. I have been sipping on water all morning. On to my second coffee. Here are the loaves of banana bread. We're finally going to dig into these for afternoon snack. Now that is a delicious snack. We also have some veggies still sitting here. I'm gonna eat a couple of carrot sticks because I want to finish up those veggies left over from lunch. I just got some soapy water into the sink because when I do lots of baking, that means lots of dishes. So I'm gonna do some dishes before I even start making dinner. I did get myself my third coffee of the day. What I was starting to make with all those dishes is for our breakfast tomorrow. I will show you that a little bit later. I don't usually bake quite this much during a day, but I had lots of sourdough. I wanted to use some of that. One of our favorite recipes lately has been this sourdough cinnamon raisin bread. So I got all the dough prepped. It's sitting in there because that's our warm room, that laundry room. It's sitting in there rising for a couple of hours. That couple of hours will be up shortly. Then I will roll it out, put cinnamon and brown sugar and raisins, roll it up. It'll rise again, and then I will bake that tonight, and that will be our breakfast tomorrow. I'll show you some more of that prep, maybe a little bit later. We'll extend this full day of food to what I'm making for breakfast tomorrow, but the current thing that needs to happen is I need to make dinner. So I am making for dinner a sourdough skillet. This is the first time I've made this dish since I restarted my sourdough, so I'm excited to make this. We all really enjoy it. I will leave a link down below to the recipe for this. But basically what you're doing is you're gonna get out a cast iron pan and you are going to saute whatever meat and veggie combination you want. Then you put a sourdough mixture on top of that. So it's been so long since I made it, but I believe it's like sourdough, starter, eggs, some spices, probably coconut oil. You spread that on top, sprinkle cheese on top, and then that whole cast iron pan goes into the oven and bakes. My favorite combination is sausages, black beans, and corn, as well as some spices and onions and peppers and garlic. So that is what I am making tonight. But first, I want to take a couple sips of my coffee and do up all these dishes. Charity made everybody some, oh no thank you. That's really kind of you. You can have the extra one, just don't tell everybody. Okay, so everyone's having some hot chocolate, marshmallows. You guys, look, the veggies are just about gone. We've done amazing at eating all those veggies today. There it is, ready to go into the oven. Oh my goodness, look how delicious that looks. So if you go on the website to the recipe, it'll say to slice this in like pie shapes, like make them nice, neat pieces. I just take one of these old scoops and I just like scoop it out. So nothing fancy. I am gonna let it sit for just a minute though, let it set a little bit, and then ready to dig in. So annoyed at myself. I didn't hear the timer go for this, that it was done. So it baked, I don't know, probably 10 minutes too long. So it's a little over baked, but that will be breakfast tomorrow. And I'm also just boiling some water to have a peppermint tea. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.